And good morning, everyone, and welcome back to NeelyFX. My name is Michael Neely, and this is the channel where I talk about foreign exchange trading, prop firm trading, building expert advisors for the MetaTrader 4, MetaTrader 5 platforms, and just in general helping you become a better trader by becoming a better trader myself. And this is where we are today. It is the time for the Weekly Forex Lookahead. Today is Sunday, June the 14th, and we're going to take a look and see what happens this next week. We've got lots of things going on, like a potential peace deal with Iran. No emphasis on potential. We'll see if that actually happens or not. And then we'll also see a bunch of other things. The Japanese, the BOJ is having a rate change. The Australian dollar is having a rate change, and we're expecting the Fed is also announcing their rate policy too. And we'll see what happens to the change from Jerome Powell to the new guy, Kevin. I can't think of his last name, Kevin Warsh. And see if we've got a new sheriff in town, so to speak. We'll see how that changes things. He's talking about making rate cuts. However, we are facing massive debt, and anytime we have a rate cut, it's good. Well, we're leaning into inflation too. CPI has been high, PPI has been high, so we could have an alternative effect happening. But in the meantime, that's where all the risk comes into. That's what half of Forex trading is managing the risk. So with that, let's go ahead, since we're talking about risk, let's go ahead and talk about those risks because you need to know about them. First, this channel is for educational and entertainment purposes only and does not constitute trading or financial advice. I'm a professional trader, not a broker, trading my own capital. I do not solicit funds, manage client accounts, nor do I hold CFTC or NFA registration at this time. I have held NFA registration in the past, about 23 years ago. Forex trading is highly speculative with a high risk of losing some or all of your investment capital. Only trade with funds you can comfortably afford to lose. And here's the CFTC risk disclosure. Forex trading carries a high degree of risk and may not be suitable for all investors. The high degree of leverage can work against you as well as for you. Before trading Forex, carefully consider your investment risk appetite. Where am I? Oh, your investment objectives, experience, and risk appetite. You could sustain a loss of some or all of your investment capital. So with that, let's go ahead and get into what we are going to talk about today. First, let's talk about me some more. That's my favorite topic. Here we have the MQL5 platform. This is where we purchase EAs for various products. This is for MetaTrader 4 and MetaTrader 5. These are both my Bollinger Band and RSI mean reversion probe. I'm going to tweak these a little bit, see if I can't make the them more responsive. Right now, they're very, very good, but they only trade, a few times every, maybe 6 times in 6 years or something like that. And the last trade I have it running live on one of my MetaTrader 4 accounts, it did produce a losing trade, but it was only about 1% losing trade, so it wasn't anything to shut me down, but at the same time, it wasn't anything that made me money either. So we're working on those. We're going to see if we can't get these the inputs changed a little bit more and see if we can't find a better range of trading when the markets are extremely quiet like they are right now. It's not 2020 anymore. So with that, let's also go into trading Forex for profit. This is my favorite page right here. This is my favorite site right here because I built it. This is Trading Forex for profit. This is where you can come in and kind of check out your strategies, list your accounts, account activity. You can journal your trades here. See all my trades. Don't trade as near as much as I used to. You could even import all your trade information via, right now I have it set for the June Traders Cup, probably the May Traders Cup, which is over, and MetaTrader 4, MetaTrader 5. I should probably delete that account because it's no longer valid. Matter of fact, I may do that right now. Then we can also check out your performance here. And it looks like I'm down 692%, pardon me, $692 on the trade since 2023, I think. Is how far back that went. Win rate of 54%. So I've got an active win rate, but I just can't keep my losses. My average loss is 486. My average win is 245. That makes for a total lifetime P&L. It looks like that. So we need to change these, get these numbers switched, and maybe we can make some more money. So this is why I'm building all this, is because I went from being a bad trader, and I'm working on becoming a better trader. Here's news from weeks ago. I'm going to be automating the news soon, so takes a lot less time off my calendar, and we'll be automating the pairs as soon as this video is over, basically. So we've got a lot more work going on this, so stay tuned and check it out for often, because it's going to be my Forex trading platform that I built for myself. And if you like it, then by all means, come on and try it out yourself. You can try for free, and any of the premium plans also come with a 7-day free trial. So check it out. Let's go ahead and get into what we're going to talk about today. Let's get into the weekly look ahead for this week. And we have Monday, not a lot going on until you get later on in the night, and we have the Bank of Japan rate policy. So, or policy rate. So they're going to be changing, they're looking for an increase to 1%. It's going to kind of erode the yen carry trade a little bit. You've heard me talking about that a lot, and that is going to be something that is going to be a big thing with the yen carry trade of eroding. We'll see how that affects the dollar versus the yen trade. The Aussie is also looking for a rate decision there. They're expected to hold. And then the next thing down here, we've got British inflation information coming out here, core retail sales. And then look at that. We have the federal funds rate coming out on Tuesday. We are expecting a strong hold there. Not a strong hold, a strong holding, holding the interest rate there. I did see this one earlier. Swiss National Bank is making their changes now. They shocked the world in 2015 and almost almost put my broker into bankruptcy when they went into negative interest rates. So they're coming out of negative interest rates. We'll see how they go with that. And also the British interest rates are coming out on Thursday also. So a lot of rate decisions this week. Philly Fed and unemployment claims. Unemployment claims has been a nothing burger for 15 years. I don't see why we don't change that back to yellow, because it hasn't been yellow in a long time. And then after that, bank holiday in China. Speaking of nothing burgers, and then we have a federal holiday on Friday. How about that? Yes, a federal holiday on Friday. That'll be fun. So we'll be celebrating some things. So with that, let's go ahead and get into what we're looking at over here. We're not looking at Upwork anymore. We don't want to start there. But if we're using Bitcoin as an idea of what could be happening with the peace deal, came all the way up here on the peace, and then we started bombing again and came back down. At least that's my theory. I don't think that's correct or not. No, that's definitely not correct. It's been pretty much on a downstretch ever since. But 64,191 is looking at a solid bottom. It's looking like a solid turnaround candle right there. We'll see if that continues. With that, let's talk about interest rates. The bond yield, 10-year bond yield is perking up in the United States, and the Japanese was, well, at least Friday, was down. It's coming off on here on the weekly chart. However, they are raising interest rates, so we could see a situation like this. This is the yen carry trade. This is the driver behind the yen carry trade, as the disparity between these two interest rates. As you can see, that almost went to zero during COVID, the days of COVID, so to speak, as we had a 10-year bond yield of 0.1%. No wonder real estate exploded. And now we're looking at a 10-year bond yield of 4%, 4.5%, so, or they're buy-ish, somewhere around in there. So as these two converge, we're going to see the yen carry trade unwind. That's going to create opportunities in the dollar versus and selling the dollar versus the yen. And also, you don't want to hold on to that too long, because the dollar versus the yen is going to be costing you this carry trade. The disparity between these two. So it's going to be costing you money to hold that trade long term, but then that's why people are using the carry trade, is to make money on it by holding the buy dollar versus the yen long term. So with that, let's go ahead and go to the euro versus the British pound. Whoa, no, wrong chart. Oh well, go back to here. We'll save that one. We'll use that one another day. Yay. So now here, let's go to the euro versus the pound. Euro versus the pound, sitting right at resistance right now. So we'll see if I can continue to hold on to that. It's held on to this resistance since July 2025, when apparently the entire world got boring. I'm not sure what the event was in July of 2025 that made everything go boring. It may have been the swearing in of Donald Trump. Who knows? And here we have the because this is what it was during during Biden. Look at that! Look at that! All that excitement. So here's the DXY surged up to 109 and then dropped back down and found support at around 139. So it's a big devaluing of the dollar, but we don't need it that high anyway. We don't need the DXY around 109. We're literally bankrupting the world. Kind of, sort of. But at any rate, maybe that's a strong statement, maybe not. But a lot of people were complaining that the dollar was too high. Euro versus the dollar. I think was that the last time that we almost went down to parity? Yeah, 2022, we went below parity with the euro versus the dollar. So the bankrupting the world statement is not necessarily incorrect. Especially not for the dollar versus the yen right there. And the pound versus the yen. Yeah, look at that one. Again, September 2022, with the peak of the DXY. So now it's back up to 134 because it's, and 134, 134 proper, and euro versus the dollar is right at 115.67 off its bottoms of 115.13. Swissy expecting a hold on the interest rate here, so we'll see if that perks back up again. Don't think it will. Matter of fact, if anything, I think it's going to go down. That's looking more like a turnaround candle right there, the last weekly candle. So looking forward to going down on the dollar versus the Swissy, and again, that is going to be just contingent on a peace deal with Iran. Dollar versus the yen, big opportunity here. It's looking like a very strong doji candle right there also. We'll see if that continues with the rate decision on Monday night. We'll see if that pulls this back down into 156 area. 156, 157, even as a nothing burger, it's 200 pips at 157, 158. So that would be a great time to do that and possibly flip that that trade run with 158. Because I think the Japanese BRJ is out of bullets, so to speak, and I think the Fed is also out of bullets. So we're going to see, we may have a great big debt forgiveness talk coming down like happened in 1985. So I wouldn't be surprised to see a global debt forgiveness thing going on too, with you owe us money, we owe you money, and blah blah blah. Massive global trade-off of some sort. At any rate, here we have the pound versus the yen right here at 114.79, because the path that all these governments are on is unsustainable, and I don't know why it's sustainable, but it all got cranked up during COVID with. When the $1 billion turned into $1 trillion, and they started spending wildly money they didn't have, all to make sure you didn't catch the common cold. Oh well. Euro versus the yen, right here, 184.30. Canadian versus the yen, 115.43. Expect those two to both come down. Oil, big question mark on oil. Well, it'll be great to see if it comes back down into this range right here, which I would expect it to be around $70 a barrel. That would be a very comfortable place for crude, for NYMEX crude oil to come back to after a peace deal. We'll see if that continues, because right now Iran doesn't look like they're playing. Let's see, we're just shy of 140 on the dollar versus the CAD. Could be a turnaround spot. Could just be strong resistance right here at 140. I got up to 141 recently, about October of 2025. Before that, we're going to be looking at the January 2025 high of 145. Don't see it going up that high, but we will certainly see. Aussie versus the dollar, strong turnaround candle right there. So looking to get to the north side of that. Also with a rate decision hold, that is also might be a good time to do that. Gold versus dollar. With dollar, with a weakening dollar, gold is going to perk up, and a weakening dollar is what would take place with the with a peace deal with Iran. So we'll see if that continues. Have the what's going on over here? Oh, let's turn it off. We have platinum. It's finding a bottom right there at 117.12. Palladium, 1291 has found a turnaround right there. So we'll see if that that can continue to go up. But again, a stronger dollar is going to drive it further down, and a weaker dollar will make that go up. Silver, one of my favorites right here, 68. Very strong turnaround candle right there at 68. So very strong possibilities that it's going to hold there at 68 and go north from there. That means silver's on sale. I love silver. I would love to buy more. As far as the IGV goes, software got hammered this past 2 weeks. Has gotten just way down, 108 down to 90. So it's 18 points off of the. I don't know what that's measured in points, I guess, or 1,800 points, depending on how you look at it. Coming off of the IGV, so software is still not doing well. HubSpot, CRM. Salesforce, I mean, right here. They're not doing very well either. Intuit, well, I'll be logging into their platform shortly to work on some financial things. I'm still an Intuit customer. GoDaddy, limited my exposure to GoDaddy, but that's Adobe. Wow. Adobe looks like it's could be heading under 200 soon. And remember, this stock was trading up around 600 at one point. HubSpot was trading up around 800, 842, 841, and it's now trading at 187. If that shows you what can happen to a company when you forget who your customer is. So that's, in my opinion, is what happened to all these software companies, that they decided AI is their customer, and AI is going to make all the world go round. But AI doesn't write checks, and AI does not. That's the big problem with AI, is that they haven't figured out how to make it write checks yet. If it does, then that would be great, kind of. Because it'll price everybody out of the market, and electricity will go through the roof. Electricity, ooh. Okay, this is what AI is doing to you, by the way. This is from the Bureau of Labor Statistics, kilowatt hours. Before AI, right at the release of AI, 2022. Look at that takeoff on energy prices. So electricity was at 14 cents per kilowatt hour. Now it's up to 20 cents per kilowatt hour, and that has gone up just in the last day or two. That was at 18. This was 18 a couple days ago. So we're starting to see a big surge in kilowatt hours, and you don't see any red in here. So the price of electricity is not going down anytime soon. This is, and then they want to build data centers on top of it, which is going to drive this even higher. So your electric bill is going up, whether you like it or not. And that is something I just stumbled upon earlier today. So we have a 114, 116, 40% increase in electricity costs across the country for the last 4 years. Let's see how that works. So pretty soon, the people are going to be priced out of electricity. You could expect brownouts in the next couple of years, if you don't have them already, especially when it gets hot and everybody runs their air conditioner. But we will see what happens with that. But in the meantime, that is all I've got right now. I should probably start mentioning that in the Forex Lookaheads too. This is why you need a second income. But that is all I've got for today. If you have any questions, by all means, hit me up in the comment section. If you want to see more of these videos, then subscribe to the channel. And lastly, if you, want to talk to me directly in the comment section. If you want to see more of these videos, then subscribe to the channel. And if you like this video, then hit the thumbs up button. So that is all I've got for today. You guys have a great one. I'll talk to you later. Bye.